I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Dragons of Starfall. We are rejoining the party as they have just caught sight of the stronghold, the hectare of land that was granted to Arn Brynwulf from Greenyord, who has led his courageous companions to this crumbling keep that is now his to control and hopefully reconstruct. And so,
Definitely a fixer-upper.
yeah, it's not what you would have wanted if you were growing up here, but
It was
for
a short sale.
yeah, it's sold as is. So as you approach, though, being a somewhat military-minded person, I mean, you're not a pacifist by any
No,
stretch.
I would say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did train in like a kind of like a paladin army kind of thing. So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
definitely soldier trained.
Right. So the first thing you notice is that the castle sits across the river from the main road and has a fortification built up around it. It sits against a natural stone hill to the back, and it's been built up with the fortifications all around it on the side, and so you have like not a moat, but a river that the enemy has to cross in order to access your castle stronghold through the front gate, and it's inhospitable terrain and uphill battle all along the sides, and then approaching the the bridge is an admittedly mostly ruined watchtower.
That's fine. It's like we said, it's definitely a fixer-upper.
Right, but
Has
I
some
mean,
dings and dents we got to buff out.
yeah, the foundation is there, and so you can build off of the foundation, or you do whatever. But the bridge, although definitely in need of a lot of repair, like no question, you want to repair that bridge if you're going
No
to.
heavy carts are getting through here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but it's solid enough. Like it's got good bones.
I don't really care, guys, because I mean it was free, literally this free land, so
Well,
you know,
yeah, that's a very salient
a
point.
great price.
Yeah. But regardless of all of that, um, when you get to the keep itself, you look and you see extremely well built walls, and although yes, some of them are in bad need of repair, uh, the main floor is essentially, good to go. It's not um, like so bad that you guys would be like freezing to death if you needed to, start a fire and camp out here and do all of that. It's definitely better than Weathertop in Lord of the Rings.
And we could just buy some stuff to make it livable for now if we have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet though. I mean, the description. So we can't see anything yet, but the description sounds cool. It's like it's built with like into the side of the hill, kind of, or as like a defense. The town, right? It's like not inside the hill, but um up against it, So that's always a really
Right.
well defensible area. That's good.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Mhm.
That's basically what I'm saying is that you recognize instantly that although there is a lot of money and time that will need to be spent in order to truly, make this place a defensive fortress in every sense of the word, like it's got a very good foundation to start from.
Yeah, this is sweet. Yeah, man. Okay. Can you guys see something on the map yet or no?
I
Not
cannot.
yet, no.
Okay. We're still waiting for the screen to load. Maybe there's something that you
Did
can do
we-
for us.
Do we learn who owned or was here before and how long
Not
it's
yet.
been abandoned?
Is it abandoned? Is there people living here still in this town?
There are people living around in the area. Can you guys see it now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now I can see it.
Okay, so there are people living in the area as far as like, yeah, there's houses and farms on the 100-acre woods.
Okay. So it's not bustling, but there are definitely citizens that live in the
Yeah.
area. Okay.
If you want an exact number, let's go ahead and get you one.
Okay. Yeah. How do I roll that? Oh, you're rolling. Okay. Here we go. 82. Oh my
There
God,
are
that's a lot of people.
82 people
I
living.
expected less.
Yeah, of course. So did I. I wouldn't have rolled a D100 if I expected it to be that high.
Well, we got a lot of mouths to feed, I guess.
Yeah. So but I mean, here's a
We're
point to that.
surviving right now.
Right. Exactly. Like you're not coming here and finding a bunch of like people like running up to you like, oh my God, sir, do you have any food? We've been out here in the woods starving to death, being ambushed by owl bears and wyverns.
They're pretty independent, so it's still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
Good.
whoever lived in this castle, obviously, like it's been abandoned from the looks of it, like 5 to 10 years,
Okay.
and so like whoever's been out here has been surviving without a local lord, for however long. In fact, like you might want to like go introduce yourself and let them know that there's going to be some changes around here. New sheriff in town.
I don't know if I'm taking that approach, but yeah.
Go start cracking some
No,
skulls. Be like,
Yeah.
See, I
So-
get to be sheriff because Arn's the lord. So Arn gets the big chair, I'll get the fun sheriff job.
Yeah, there you go.
Who made you sheriff?
He
No,
just
because
did.
you'll be the lord above, right? But you need somebody to deal with the people. You're not going to do that. It's your place.
Yeah, well, you can't deal with the people either, dude. You're traveling with me. You can't stay here. Well, what I'm assuming is I'm gonna make somebody who's lived here long enough that knows the people be the mayor, basically, while I'm gone. That's the hope.
And let's go find a smart guy in town.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's 82 people here, that means that they're not stupid, that they've been able to survive by themselves for a while.
Well, I'm
So what I'm
thinking. Um,
go
uh,
ahead.
I'm, I apologize. More of a question to the DM, and I'm guessing this on the 100 acres they're in. This is more just homesteads. There's not like a town here. It's more just people spread out along who are farming and living on an acre or two or three,
That's kind
doing
of how I
herding and
assumed
stuff.
it.
Like there's not really actually a hub or a town that's built up. Correct?
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Everybody has their little like log cabin,
Some
shack.
cattle, sheep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
this is not like water ran for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
city. Yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
So
Okay,
I
but
mean,
that's good. That's good.
yeah. So I mean, honestly, if you wanted to build a little settlement, starting up around the keep, that sort of thing, a market, things like that, where people come trade, that sort of thing, would probably be a good
Mhm.
idea. It would also give people a place to meet around where you're at and introduce
Yes.
yourself as a lord.
I was thinking about this during the week too. So I was thinking about how we should like so character wise, Arn. So this is me speaking for Arn. I kind of want to start making him a bit more mature because he's kind of young and he is very immature. He doesn't really know how to control his emotions. He just kind of gets upset and he punches people and hurts people really bad. Um, but now he's getting older. He's probably like 25, 26 years old. He's starting to think that this is a sign from the gods that he should mature and he should learn how to not use his sword to solve problems. Um, so instead of just being like the king or like the lord here, I kind of want to set up um like a mayoralship and have instead of like people coming to the castle to like ask for things, they go to like a town hall and then they ask a mayor like, "Hey, can we get this?" And then we would provide it to them. You know what I mean? So yeah, we could still build it near the keep, but I think instead of the keep being the place where
You want
people
to tell
come
them to
to,
make like a
Well, it
council,
wouldn't
right?
be around there, but as you build out, there are people who are going to be flocked and come to you again. You'll have guards, that sort of thing. You'll have farmlands around you, cattle and stuff like that. So you'll have to have people who tend that sort of stuff. So
Mhm.
again, you're going to be building, having some people near around the castle. So, but first things first, we probably need to go into town and hire some craftsmen to start working on the
Yeah.
building itself.
How
Well,
Uh,
much party gold
the,
do we have?
the way I was thinking about it is like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Like
Mhm.
we should assess if they have shelter, food, the basic necessities, and then that'll gain favor if they're kind of lacking and you can improve it. I mean, that's just the way I was thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with Riggs. Arn thinks that Riggs is a man of the people. So,
Are you
right,
opposed to
Riggs?
me?
Exactly.
Are
Yeah.
you guys opposed to me getting stuff ordered from town? Because I think we can send the ship back to Langenberg
Well,
to pick
so
stuff up.
we don't have a lot of time to do this. Remember, because our mission is to go get the freedom fighters. What we can do here is just check in and let people know that we're going to be moving in soon. But I don't think we spend even more than a day here. We need to like get back on the road and go look for the
Yeah,
freedom fighters.
I just want to send the ship back while we're gone, so we can get resupplied when they return when we're done, rather
I
than
mean,
just
I
sit here.
can't we just hire somebody from around here to start working on the castle for us and pay a local?
How do we know they don't just run away or pocket it?
I was
I
I
just
mean,
mean,
they
thinking
I
don't
guess
know
we
who
Canadian.
we
don't, right?
are.
I was just
They
thinking
don't,
Canadian,
you know.
camping stuff
Mhm.
like tents, food.
I mean, we have insignia, like we have proof that we're like, hey guys, like I know this is weird, like you guys have been living here forever, but
Yeah, but
we're gonna move into that castle over there.
And
well,
we
the
have a shit ton of
first thing,
weapons we can hand out too. Just give everybody a fucking sword. We got tons of them.
Yeah.
this is this is my thought. So regardless of the insignia, they could be mad, right? They could
Hmm.
potentially be mad because they're like, "Oh, great, here comes another idiot taking our
And
You know what I mean?
I
Like
know why I was hoping for less people, TBH.
we have to assess a little bit and see where they're at. Is I guess is what I'm trying to say. But
And see how we can serve them instead of forcing them to help to stay with us. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I agree with you. I 100%. We should do that.
Well, there's definitely an inn or a pub or some town
Yeah,
hall.
I
There's
mean,
gotta be
So
something
so
for
this
them.
is just the area around the tower, but I assumed we could just like theater of the mind, like we show up to like a I don't know, a bar or like a pub somewhere around here. I don't know if there is stuff like that or maybe just somebody else.
Not a like what would the right way of putting this be?
Like a
It,
bar, but not it's not an inn.
yeah, it's like if you guys are, picturing like a proper tavern, that's not it. But there is like kind of a big barn-like building where everybody kind of gathers and shares like a communal kind of dinner, but not like every night or anything like that. There is generally though like a few people there because it also serves as the makeshift um, like
Meeting
brew,
place of the town. Yeah.
like town
Sorry.
hall, but also like the um, brewery slash mill
Mm,
is right there, and so like that's where everybody comes to get flour and wheat and all of that, and so that then they just kind of stick around for like some ale or meat or whatever, and then it kind of like built up to where there was like more of a kitchen, and they started having like a meal a couple times, and so it's becoming more and more of a town hall, but it's definitely got a long way to go. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
yeah, it's like a big banquet hall, like where people meet. A
Sure.
giant one, a big
Yeah.
barn, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So taxes wise, do these people already pay Langenberg some taxes?
Yes, but without a local lord here to collect said taxes, they may or may not have been paying said
Mm,
taxes
I see.
for a indeterminate amount of time, depending
Okay,
on and so because like tax collectors are local, like
I see.
they don't go like everywhere, especially like you've seen the world map, like you know
Yeah.
a hectare of land in this area is one little tiny little pixel, whereas the countries are these massive hundreds and thousands of miles of you know distance, especially like Caledonia and all of that. Can you imagine being a tax collector there? And this was part of the Caledonia Empire at one point. and
Mm,
and so when you're talking about tax collectors, that would have been the local lord who lived here in this stronghold. It would have been his job to either do it directly, or as most rich people do, delegate that out to somebody else, and then that person would go around and collect all the taxes, and then he has to kick up to the local duke or baron or whatever, and then that guy kicks up to the king. So it's kind of like the mafia, like that, where
yeah.
everybody's
Okay.
gotta kick up. But with this guy out of action, we don't know if he's been collecting his points from all his bookies.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so right now they're kind of just committing tax fraud. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. I
so
would
you
just
should
be,
you should definitely go crack some skulls and let them know that you're here to collect back taxes for the last however long too.
or
Ooh,
they
I don't
might
know.
just be
well, we
living
do
their
that after
lives
we save
as
language.
regular
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I think they're just living their lives as regular people. We're definitely not taking that approach with this. We want them to like us because we're planning on living here for a
Yeah,
very long time.
let's just be generous until after we've had our battle, and then
Yeah.
you can decide what you want to do with them.
I do believe one of you at one point had mentioned kind of finding out what exactly happened.
Yeah, we let's so we're here on this entrance of the bridge. There is nobody that lives in this keep, right?
Right.
Okay. So
You know
I mean,
what?
I guess we
Maybe
could
we
just
could.
go look in the keep and just see what
Nobody
destroyed
lives
it.
there.
Yeah, nobody lives there. But we can go in there. I mean, does it just look like general like disrepair, or does it look like it was attacked? Like, is there holes in it? Is there fire? Like scorch marks? Like what was wrong? What is up with this?
Well, as you approach, you can roll for perception as you approach.
All of us should. Everybody, let's all take a look.
There's a downstairs.
Assumably, right? Assumedly, I don't know how to say that word.
Presumably.
Presumably. Wait, why did it roll twice for me? That's weird. And they both sucked.
What's the difference between perception and insight?
Insight is more like your intuition. Whereas
Gotcha.
perception is what you can see and sense and, touch and taste and, you can perceive it. Whereas insight, it's like, I don't know, I just got a feeling.
Could I make? I want to make a check to see if anyone's been in here. Like if it's looked like somebody's lived in here, camped in here. Or
Sure.
slept in here.
We'll get to that. We're kind of taking this approach, bit by bit. So the first thing you guys do is perceive. And Electo and Zane, you guys have obviously been, more adventurous in your lives and have, gone through some dungeons and situations where you had to be on the lookout, because the first thing that you guys perceive is that, in fact, the stronghold is not empty.
Dun dun dun.
So I'll let everybody know. Just kind of say, hey, I don't think that place is empty. We may want to be careful. See
Yeah.
what's there.
I say, what do you see? What do you hear?
You can see coming from inside the open, there's a roof on this. I know that there's no roofs that you guys can see the inside, but there is a roof.
Got it.
But coming from inside the open gates, because the gates have been knocked away, you guys can see a small campfire burning.
Oh, a campfire. I expected like a bear to come out or something. Okay. How do you guys want to approach this? Do Zane and Logan want to approach silently and then let us know?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Well,
Zane and Logan, you guys could go scout up ahead and let us know what's up.
Electo can turn invisible.
I don't think we need to waste all that right now. Let's just take a. You want to go, Zane? You don't have to.
What
If you want.
time is
Sorry.
it?
Oh no, I was gonna say, do we want to call out and just let because it's your house?
I mean,
or- all right. Well, we can go stealthily. All right. So, me and
What time of day is it? Is it like evening or morning?
It was like around afternoon, right? That was.
Yes, I think so. We left early in the morning, down the river. So yes, it would be like afternoon.
Okay, well I'm gonna hug up close up against what's left of the bridge.
and I'll kind of stay to the right.
And then you guys could make some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna move
As
close
you
and
guys
see 'em, I'll let me-
approach, you see that although the campfire is burning and there is bedrolls all around, that nobody is here.
That's strange.
But somebody was here at some point.
Well, the
Alright,
fire's
I'm gonna go
on,
over-
right? So then they had to have been here recently. Because the fire
Well,
would just get put out, right?
They could have known we were coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm
They
gonna
might
go
have
put
heard
the
us.
fire out.
Alright.
I'll make sure the fire's out. Stomp on it.
You put the fire out.
Pour whatever was left in some old bottle that I can't possibly drink.
You dump out some ale that had gotten splashed with the river water from the catfish battle.
I think I got it way back in Water Rand somewhere.
And as you look around, you see two bedrolls, and they are very raggedy and like tattered. I'd barely call them a bedroll, honestly. It's more like a blanket and a half a blanket, and um, the rest of the area looks as though it's like got cobwebs and dust and everything, but like leading off into one of the corners is like little footprints.
Little?
Okay, I think there's a rat in here.
All right. Zane will just yell out,
I
"We
think
mean
there's
you
a
no
child.
harm. Come out. The new lord is here of the castle." Are y'all
I
up there? Are you inside or are you still on the bridge?
No,
well, yeah,
I'll yelp
that's
when
what I
I
was gonna
get
say.
in.
Where
I'll
as soon
get
as we hear you, we move up. We're just gonna walk
Okay.
in now that you're
All right. Yeah.
talking.
All right, so you guys, move up and
Yeah.
you're yelling out, and nobody answers.
Okay. I'll just yell again. We're not here to hurt you. If you want to stay hidden, that's fine, but we are going to be here for a while. The new lord of the castle's here, decreed by Longmire, whatever his name is. Sorry.
Longmire,
Yeah,
Big
whatever.
long bike.
Yeah,
That's
Longpike. There you
long
go.
pike.
He's
Anyway,
compensating.
yes. So
I'm gonna go and sit down by the extinguished fire and take some rations out of my bag and kind of loudly say, "Ooh, this is so tasty! I sure wish that I had somebody else to share it with. I have so much food, I don't even know what to do with it."
Susie comes up and starts trying to paw at it.
Susie's pawing at the food.
Yeah.
Okay, Susie wants your food, Electa.
Okay, so I'll give her a little bit. And I'll be like, "Shh, not now."
I think there's a little person in here.
Yeah, listen, uh, whoever owns these little feet, we know we can just follow you to wherever you ran. Do you want to just come out?
Are there stairs to the right of us?
Yeah, it looks like they
Yeah,
go
that's the
down.
down.
Where do the footsteps run off to, DM? Maybe somebody can roll a survival and look at that better. I don't know.
Right off into the left-hand room there.
Yeah, watch
Into
the stairs. You guys can check the rooms.
Zane
The
will kind of
left-hand room?
Zane
Okay.
will be walking out, walk out to the door and just kind of keep an eye out on the bridge. Just
Yeah,
keep it-
Riggs, right there. That's where they lead. Right into that room.
oh, I see. Oh, but it looks like there's a destroyed wall there. Oh, we can't see that. Let's not. Yeah.
Can I walk further or?
Yeah, right through that wall there. Right there, yep. That's where they lead. And then in that room, huddled up in the corner, are two small forms covered in cloaks.
So we walk in, and do you want to say something, Riggs?
What are they, forms?
Yeah,
Well, they're so there's two people huddled in the corner with cloaks on top of them. We don't know what they are yet.
If
So
they're
you have
dwarves, I
to.
want one.
Let's see.
Oh my god, you can't own them.
Howdy, how do you do? We have the new lord here. He wants to meet you.
And then I'm gonna just like take off like my belt with my sword is and set it on the ground. And then I'm gonna kind of like walk up to the corner and just like take a knee and then like have my hand out, just trying to say like I'm not gonna hurt you.
as you reach out, the form recoils into itself, grabbing the other cloak and holding it tight. As it does so, you see a thin, gaunt arm stretch out. It has some kind of lesion or bruise.
Oh, they're infected.
Oh, are you hurt? I say out loud.
Slowly, the form pulls back its cloak, and you see the face of someone who is clearly dying of some malicious disease.
So as someone I like, can I get more description? Is it a young man, young woman?
You cannot tell. It is so gaunt
Oh
and
no.
skinny and diseased that if it was, once boy or girl, it is now just the Walking Dead.
I say, um, you're the other one. Are they just like you? Are they sick?
Slowly it nods its head.
My name is Arn. I can help you. Will you let me try?
It just, looks at you in disbelief, eyes so starved and wide that they hardly blink.
Rick
I,
says, would you like some food?
one second, Riggs. I have a little bit of a. I'm gonna try to So in the past, so I have lesser restoration, which I don't know if that cures diseases.
You're
Oh
a
yeah,
you're you're
it does.
you're you're a paladin.
Yes, I am.
Five
I
5 points of your lay on hands also cures disease.
oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is so as soon as I see his like arm or their arm is very kind of like veiny, right? Like very I can see the veins coming out of their skin and stuff. Um I kind of like slowly reach over and try to touch the young person's arm. And then first I'm gonna take off my helmet. I take off my helmet so that you can see my face. I go, "Please trust me. I don't want to hurt you." And then I kind of grab their arm. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use 5 points of my lay on hands to try to cure the disease that they have. So I kind of just put my head down and uh, I just utter a prayer, and then hopefully this helps the sick person.
As you channel your divinity, well, your god's divinity, uh, your hand begins to glow. And in fact, with your helmet off, for the first time ever, everyone in your party gets a look at what actually happens when you channel divinity and lay on hands and all of that, you know, all of your extra mojo, go go
My godly
juice.
powers, yes.
Yeah, all of your mojo jojo juice. You um have that long blonde Viking hair and you keep it in braids, you said, right?
Kind of like in a bun in the back of my head.
Yeah. So, oh, a man bun? Oh.
Yes, yeah, I'm definitely that kind of guy.
Oh man, I see. I was about to describe this as all cool, and now
Okay, that's
now,
fine.
now you just now
Whatever needs to
now,
work. Whatever needs
now,
to
now,
work.
now you just ruined it. You got a man bun. It's not gonna work as good. But okay, so uh, the man bun wearing Arn uh, has a very silky beard that comes down in a Viking style as well. And when he does his lay on hands, all of a sudden it glows kind of like if any of you are familiar with Dragon Ball, Goku going Super Saiyan to where like all of his hair just begins to glow golden and shine light and
Oh
then
wow.
his hands, channel that light and then it all just passes into the child who suddenly is revealed to be a very handsome young woman.
A handsome young woman. And then so after I do the prayer, I kind of a little bit out of breath, and then I look back up and see if it helped, and I say, "Do you feel any better?"
S- Sir, I are are you one of the Nephilim?
No, I am from Frajeshelmere.
Only the gods and the angels have such power.
No, I don't think I am. At least my mother told me that I was a gifted child. I don't know what that means, but I've always been able to do this ever since I was young. I used to practice on wolves and birds. I've just gotten really good at it at this point.
I I don't know what to say. You've saved my life, but please, sir, d- take it back from me if you must, but will you instead save my little sister?
My pleasure. And I ask for her little sister's hand.
She goes to unwrap her sister, and you go to take her hand, but it is ice cold, clammy almost, and beyond like any sign of life.
So, out of character, are you saying
I
that
have
Arn
spare the
thinks that
dying.
she's past just being sick? He thinks she's close to dead, basically.
I think that you should make a medicine check at this point.
Okay, I can try. But yes, Logan, you're right. If I need
Yeah,
spare the
let's see
dying,
if
I'm
she's
gonna
still
like call
dying.
out for
Yeah.
your name. I'm gonna call for you if I need you. So let's try to do a medicine check.
I came a little bit closer. I'm not in the room with you, but I'm closer.
Can I use inspiration?
Of course.
Okay,
Oh,
that's my
wait,
point.
you don't have it.
I clicked it off right now.
Oh, sorry.
You got
I would just
this.
kind of hoard those.
Oh,
It didn't help that much.
All right. So, with a 10, you can tell that she is either dead or like so close to being dead that like she's dead.
Okay, so I kind of freak out when I touch her hand, and I'm kind of like feeling for her any resistance, but she just kind of like she's just limp. So I kind of pull the cloak off, um, and I'm like looking to see if she's breathing, the little girl,
You
and I
can't
say,
you can't tell.
how long have you guys been sick?
Weeks.
Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna pick up the little girl and I say, please follow me. And I pick her up and I'm gonna bring her out into the main room and I call out for Logan. I
Hey,
go, my friend is also a cleric. He may be able to help us. And I'm gonna call
so
out for Logan.
if she's at 0 hit points, it will make her stable. At
yes.
which
We
point we
can
could
try.
heal.
We can, yeah. So you
But I
can
don't
try to
know,
less.
but I can try.
Can't we also just use healing to help between both things?
Yeah, we're trying what we got.
Right. And
Mhm.
but that
I
is a
think we
good
have to
point that
stabilize her, and then he can
perhaps
cure her,
right
and
that
then we can heal.
perhaps curing the disease will aid in the stabilization since perhaps she can't be stabilized because the disease is
Mm.
still ravaging her.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try. But Arn is kind of like his heart's beating really fast because she doesn't know how to tell this little girl that she
Well,
thinks his sister
I'll
is
take
dead.
her hand and just hold it and basically like keep casting it since it's a cantrip. I can
Mhm.
Right.
keep it going as much as I can.
So
I'll just hold her hand.
yeah, you can hold her hand for me. Um, so what Arn does is he again like starts a prayer. Um, but this one is audibly longer. Like he's just adding. I don't know what to say. I wasn't prepared for the prayer, but he's definitely this is definitely a longer prayer. He's asking for a lot more. He's trying to say like please do not let this young woman die. She has so much life to live. I don't know how to help her, but I am your vessel, and I again put my hands on her and I try to heal her. But instead of giving her 5 hit points, I'm gonna try. I don't know how to equate that into like role play, but I'm gonna try to give her like all of my health and basically exhaust myself
Okay.
to help this girl.
Wow. Yeah. Uh so as you do that, Logan, suddenly there's one tiny shallow breath and the faintest of pulses stabilize. Spare the Dying has stabilized this little girl, but although Arn has spent himself purging the disease from her body. Unlike with her older sister, this little girl's body remains ravaged, gaunt, famished, and on death's door. Even with spare the dying, even with curing the disease, you're not sure if this one is going to make it.
I call out for Zane to come into the room.
I thought he was just there. I'm sorry, Zane.
He just bypasses you guys to go hang out with Riggs. He's
We're
like,
drinking
I
in
don't
the
know.
back.
yeah, he's
I
like,
don't know
you
about
guys
you.
deal with that. That's not our business.
So the little girl is she's breathing, but she doesn't look any better.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's kind of like, you know, if somebody's been in a major, you know, life-threatening, you know,
accident.
accident or
Yeah.
disease or anything like that, and like they may be like in stable but critical condition. That's,
hmm
you know, that's what.
Uh,
I say we
Riggs
go ahead.
Riggs turns to the girl who we brought back to life and what happened here.
Well, it all started about a year ago when some of the people in town, the next town over, Narzakul,
Mhm.
started getting sick, and the people who got sick died, and everybody kind of, you know, just one by one either got sick and died or left, and pretty soon it was down to just a few of us, and that's when our parents took us and fled, but on the way, they got sick. And then, when we got here, they died, and we buried them just down by the river there where the dirt is soft and easier to dig. And then we got sick, and I thought that Elizabeth was going to die.
Young lady,
So
what is your name?
My name's Ronnie.
Does cure wounds have any effect if, or is it like I don't I think
I think
we're
it would
really
if she's stable at 0.
Well, hold on. There's a difference between being dying from a disease and being dying because you've taken damage.
yeah, she
So,
could have one hit point and just be dying at one hit point constantly. Like
exactly.
we can't give her more than what she has.
Exactly.
I think your sister needs to rest a little longer than you do. I'm afraid your sister has been taken over by the disease a lot more than you. Um, for now, I'd say you stay inside these walls, get some rest. We will leave you with food. We will not be leaving. We will be. I mean, well, unfortunately, we do have to leave, but we will return very soon.
Will you take me
Um,
with you?
guys, I don't know. So out of character, guys, I don't know how to babysit. What do we do here? What are we doing?
Um, I'm more
why would
concerned
she
about
leave her sister?
leaving her sister suffering here.
Why would you leave my sister?
Are we taking her on the boat with us, guys?
How
I
about
mean,
we take her back to town and get her healed?
No, if we
I'm sure.
can't heal her, no one can. We're just gonna bring the disease into town.
yeah, we have some pretty good healing powers. Like people in town aren't very magical. We're pretty powerful.
Yeah, if we can't, if all of our gods can't save her, I don't know.
Well, I think we should also ask if anybody else is here other than those two.
Wait, are you saying if there's more sick people? If you ask them if there's more?
Just more people. They might be sick. They might not be. They could have, like, if they were sick, people could have left them there by themselves because they didn't want it spread.
Or I think
Wait, are you
No,
there's
saying
it's
near
spots in
us?
here and they've
Wait,
been hiding in here.
no, it was just our family, our parents decided to flee, but it was too late and they had already gotten sick, so on the way they got sick and died when we got here, and then we got sick and we thought we were going to die.
so you guys didn't go into town and speak to anybody when you guys were sick?
Well, I mean, there's not really a town, but
Oh yeah, that's true. She was saying the town next over. I'm sorry. That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, we
Okay.
come from the next town over,
Yeah,
so
Nazarkud. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think they are the only two that come that may be sick rigs.
Uh,
I'm out of ideas.
I
Team,
don't
what
think we
should we
can
do?
take the sick girl because they just said that it spread.
I think I should end her suffering. I don't think there's anything that can be done.
Well, we don't know if she's not going to get better. We just know that she's sick.
Yeah, man.
Well, we can't
It's
leave
kind
her
of fucked
here.
up. We don't
We
just kill
can't
the
leave
people
her
who are
in
sick.
this. But if we walk away, we're doing the same thing. We're kind of like stuck.
Well,
here.
Zane's going to pick her up and take her to town. If that means he has to leave the party, then he leaves the party.
But you're gonna get everybody in town sick.
I'm going to go get a healer, and that's fine with me. So Zane picks up the
Yeah.
girl and starts walking. Little Elizabeth, you can come with me as well. Apparently, these people don't want to help, but I will help.
Oh, I won't walk with you, but I'll wait like a few beats and then follow behind.
Okay. So,
I
yeah, as
mean,
you scoop Elizabeth up in your arms and tell Ronnie to follow along, um, Electo, kind of uh, either feels shamed into helping, or just doesn't want to make too big of a scene, but like starts to follow along after a few steps, and
I look back at the crowd and say, I'm going to the boat, and we're going to take them back to town. We can isolate the girl down in the cabin, same place we kept the dwarf, until we can find somebody to help them. Would that be acceptable to you heathens?
I don't see why you're so mad, Zane, but sure, you may take the lady on the boat.
You've got a
I
little
do.
girl who's suffering, and you're standing around trying to decide what not to do instead of helping. It's not my way. And he's going to keep walking.
yeah, and you get down to the river, which obviously, like, you're by the river here, but this is the skinny part of the river where the boat no fit. So
Right.
you guys,
Got a ways to travel.
yeah, you guys have to walk back down, to the actual river, not this fake ass river. And and once you get down there, you're walking onto the boat, and um, in the days that you've been traveling with Captain Cutthroat and her courageous crew, you've gotten your um, I mean, I wouldn't call them quarters because that would be way too generous, but your area of the ship, like,
Our corner. Yeah.
yeah, your corners, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not quarters, corners. So
Yeah.
you get your little corner, and you're able to kind of set Elizabeth into one of the hammocks or cots, or whatever you sleep on, and are just making her as comfortable as you possibly can. But of course, she's she's not doing well, and just being on the ship, like uh, ships aren't exactly known for like their restorative properties either, so.
So are we back at the ship? And so let's just assume we all kind of followed. And I say, Zane, so you're going to go back into town with the young girl?
I'm going to go find a healer for the girl. If she dies, it's not going to be because I did nothing.
Do you not think I didn't try?
I know you tried, but we didn't try everything. There, there was other people. There are doctors. This is We're not gods. There may be people who can do more than we can. There may be people who have powers that we don't. We need to try.
Zane, I apologize if I upset you with my behavior.
Fair enough, but either you can come with me or you can go on your own. I'll be glad to take the boat and come back and meet y'all later.
So this is so let's take a pause. I like this, by the way. I like this conflict. Out of character. So Arn kind of this is kind of perplexing. So Arn, he is kind of like looking down at the sand near the river, and he's contemplating, like, man, like, we need these freedom fighters, and if we don't get them back to town soon, then we're gonna have a rough time. But Zane wants to go back with the girl, and he looks back up and he says, I need you. I need to go and find the forces. This is very important for our mission. We will not be able to stop Maxis if I do not get them to join our side. But I respect your wishes, and you may take the boat. Please try all you can to help the girl. And he kind of is like hanging his head down in shame.
And Riggs looks up and says, "Now there's two ways we all can die."
Fair enough.
Wait, can we pause? Out of character,
Yeah.
what do you like? I'm kind of confused on. Are you trying to hint that we all should go back to town?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, I think I
Yeah.
think Riggs's perspective is you're jeopardizing other people by taking her. So it would make more sense to go get a healer and bring them back rather than taking her to them.
Yeah,
That
I also just don't know how much more a person in town can help the girl if we. So not to be too asshole-ish, but we do kind of have god powers. But I mean, we can. I mean, if you want to take her back and try medicine, I understand.
well, I mean, okay, out of character, we don't have a cleric in our party, do we?
I'm a paladin. Logan's a cleric, and you're a bard.
Right. But like, so it wouldn't be out of character or out of things that we find a cleric who would have greater restoration in a church or something in a town that big.
I do guess I do have the access to lesser restoration. I did, so I wanted to, so roleplay wise, I wanted to not just give her lesser restoration. I wanted to try all I could to like help this girl breathe again. So I gave her, so I would technically only have to give her 5 points of my healing, but I gave her all of it, all like 40 of the ones that I had left over.
Right.
Hmm.
And for that, I have ruled that the disease is cured in her, but it's left her small, fragile body so ravaged that she
Yeah.
might die anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought she was cured, but she's just really sickly still that she has to heal before she's feeling better.
Right, because like if a disease like eats away at your liver, just as an
Yeah.
example, and you cure the disease, that doesn't fix your liver.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I maybe we were a little confused of it's not your fault, Chad, but I think we kind of had a misunderstanding of how the little girl was feeling. So
Yeah.
she is cured, like just for us as the players,
Yeah.
she is cured. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I know she's sick, but Arn, he is kind of militantly driven, In his
Well,
head,
yeah.
he knows that he is in charge of getting these forces back to town, so he can't sit here for weeks to tend to the little girl. He helped her. They've been able to survive for months by themselves. When they were sick, he thinks that they can stay in a room here in the keep. I know it looks mangled and with no roof and rocks all over, but it does have a roof. There are rooms. They can still hide in here.
Guys,
Zane?
I'm
Oh.
sorry. Give me a second. Out of character. I'm not gonna be here next week. I'm trying to get my character away so we have a reason why I'm not there.
Okay, I see now. I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were actually mad at us. I was like, oh, I
I'm
thought
not
we.
mad at you. I love the stuff, but I mean, again, this just worked out perfectly as a way for me to go to town.
You don't want to leave yet. We
Okay,
just
no,
got,
but
we
yeah,
just started the
but you can
session.
take her. Well, you can take her at the end of the.
How about we just leave her on the boat and then we can help her after we get because the forces aren't too far from here. They're not too, or actually, I don't know how far north they are from here. We are all the way up north on the river. So right here, this river that we see, this is like the tail end of the river, correct? This is like the
Yeah.
ending of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So the forest isn't too far north of the river. Maybe another 2 days walk, probably.
Right.
I don't know. So maybe we can just head to the forest, have the girls stay on the boat, and get some. Make sure that like we can tell the what is her name, Cutthroat, if she can just. Sorry, Cutthroat, we'll pay you for it, but can you just make sure that these kids have food and water until we return, and then we'll handle it. Can we try
Right,
that?
right. But now I understand what you're trying to do, and you're not wrong that like the timing of this is not great. This isn't what I expected, obviously, but Zane's not wrong that this is a pretty good like way of justifying everything. And so like how are you going to do that if you leave the kid, go do your thing, and then all come back together?
You mean how are we going to get her help if we just have a big army with
No,
us? Like,
no. How is Zane going to be away from the party?
yeah, that's what I was confused. I mean, maybe we can just do like a
I mean,
like a split screen
I was
kind of thing.
willing to do other things in order to try and do that, but he's right that this has inadvertently presented a pretty
Roadblock. Yeah.
no a good opportunity, not a roadblock. It's just
It's a great role play chance, and also gives us a good reason at the
right.
same time.
No, yeah,
actually-
dude,
I do need you by my side to fight,
I
that's
totally agree with you. I think I think that's cool that Zane is like, no, we need to help this little girl. No, I get it. Like, I'm not saying what you're saying is dumb. I just didn't want you to leave too yet because we just started
Right.
the session.
No,
Yeah.
and I'm agreeing that the timing of it isn't quite perfect because
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
not the best in the world, but
But no, like it works if you want to go back to town, and then by the time we come back, hopefully we see you in town because you won't be here next.
I won't
Oh,
be here
next
next
week.
week.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta kill
Okay.
something though before you leave.
We could kill the girl. No, I'm kidding.
No, you missed that chance. If she's cured, the only reason I was worried is she was sick. But if she's not,
No,
gonna
I think
spread
she's
it, then
cured.
they can do whatever.
I'm sorry, I was just kind of confused. I thought you didn't think the girl was cured, so you're just trying to trying to make a way to get out. I
I thought she
understand.
was
I mean, I
contagious, and
want
we
to
were
help
just
the
gonna.
child.
Yeah, I get it.
My character wants to help the child.
and
Mhm.
and he's not wrong. Getting her to a medical professional who can like take care of her while she recovers is definitely going to be
The best decision. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in these like backwoods areas too. There's probably a lot of like herbal knowledge and stuff that we don't have access to. That if her actual problem is cured and she just needs like like palliative care basically for her to get better, then that might be the best thing for her.
Yeah.
Well, how about so we did travel maybe a no. How long did we travel up the river? DM, was it about a half a day
From where you stopped? Yeah.
from Langenberg? Yeah.
Oh, from Langenberg, it was like 2-3 days, I thought, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So Langenberg will be a few days. That's fine. A
Well,
few days works.
well,
So
it should
Langenberg.
be.
Hold up, real
It
quick,
should
real quick.
be. It should be closer because we're going downriver now, so it'd be faster. If it was
Yeah.
2 or
True.
3 days up, going downriver, it probably won't be a day because the water will be going with us.
That's
Yeah, that's
very
true.
true.
Yeah, I'd be get there fairly quick.
Mhm.
So,
Well, maybe we can implement some role play with the people of the town here. We do have 82 people, so we don't know this, but there are a handful of people that live in the town. And what Electo said sounds makes some sense. There might be some herbalism things that we don't know about. Maybe we
Mhm.
can go into the big barn and see, instead of like spending 3 days, maybe we can just spend a few hours and
It's
check if
okay.
anybody
Look,
here knows anything.
it's okay if we split the party, man. It's okay. I promise. It's okay.
Okay, if you want to go, you can go, dude. Yeah, that's fine with me. Go ahead.
Lord
I was just
Arn,
trying to keep
Lord
us
Arn
together.
is letting his power go to his head. He's like, "Oh, all right, fine. You have my permission to leave, but
Yeah, 'cause
just
I hope
know
it's not
this: you
coming
have
off
made
like
a
that, guys.
powerful enemy this day."
I'm sorry if it comes off that way.
No. I'm teasing a little about the situation, but your instincts as a player are right on that. Like, obviously, it would be better to keep the party together until the last moment, but
Yeah, I'm sorry.
those
Yeah,
moments don't always just happen as naturally and as fluidly as this did. And if Zane's okay with it,
Yeah.
and it's a great story moment, I'm loving it. Everybody else seems to like it, aside from the piss poor timing of it. You know, but aside, from that, like, everybody seems to like it. So yeah.
yeah, I'm down. I'm sorry for the speed bump, guys. I was just kind of confused of the interaction. But
I
yeah,
just
if,
want
if
to.
you if you want to leave at right now, yeah, we
So
can
I
do
mean,
like some split screen thing or something. Yeah.
so Zane will say, I'm taking the girl with me to town to try to get these girls to get help. The boat will take a day at the most. I'm a sailor. I know this.
Mhm.
It'll take us a day to get back to Langenberg. Sorry, I butchered that one. And then I will start making my way back up here. Um, if I can find Lady Angelica, or she's come back with what's his name, right?
Yeah.
With Sir Thomas,
Okay,
she'll
yeah,
probably be back.
Maxius.
I got you. So
Yeah.
I will be at the physicians when y'all get back to town with the rebels. So I'll wait for y'all there.
And okay, Zane Arn kind of like shakes your hand, and he looks you in the eyes, and he says, "I'm trying to become more." Hold up, let me restart that. So Arn shakes your hand, and he like looks into your eyes, and he says, "Please give me time. I don't. These emotions don't come quick to me. Not
Zane,
emotions. God damn it, feelings or whatever I'm trying to say."
Zane will grab your hand, squeeze it hard, pull you down a little bit, put you on his shoulder, and says, "This is what's becoming a leader is all about. If you want to be a lord, you've got to take care of your people. It starts with one, and it'll grow. There's people around here who need your help. Learn
I
from
bow,
this."
I bow my head to you, and I say, "Thank you, friend."
What are they talking about? I thought Electo was the leader.
You've got the right idea.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Just look over at Electo like,
he
what are they
didn't knight
talking about?
Electa.
Aren't you in charge?
That's the problem.
I know, guys. I was so like, me? Okay. I was like, all right, I guess.
All right.
That's why I
So
said no at first. I was like, I don't know if I'm the right guy.
Electo's more of like a grand vizier than a knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be the head of the council, dude. Electo, the war wizard? Hell yeah.
Also,
but
go,
they-
please.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No,
And
please.
as he pulls Arn down, he says out loud. He whispers in his ear, I don't have any. I don't have much gold. Can you slip me a few bucks to pay the doctor?"
Oh yeah, man. For sure. And I kind of like pulled my wallet out. I'm like, 1 second. 1 second. I'm looking at my inventory. How much gold do I have on me?
He turns around as he's looking in his coin purse, like counting through them, trying to figure out what to give you.
He's kind of. I'm holding him, so his back's to everybody. I'm just kind of looking over his shoulder, kind of smiling
Can
at
you toss
everybody.
me some coin?
Give me a little coin. I don't have much.
Okay, yeah, dude. Here, like honestly, here I'm gonna give you a good amount, so you don't spare any pennies, and I give you 400 of my gold.
That's way too much, but thank you. And I
Yeah,
look back up at everybody and just kind of wave and says and tell the girls like, all right, girls, come on, we need to get we need to go. And I say to was it Ronnie?
Yes.
Ronnie and
Ronnie.
Elizabeth.
Right, yeah, I say to Ronnie, I says, come on, we need to get your sister to the doctors. Let's hurry.
Yes. Thank you so much, and you get a point of inspiration for that.
All right,
Bon
thank you.
voyage, as we're waving
Thank-
at the ship.
I'm thinking it's well. That's actually a little ways down because I got to walk to it because we're on the small part of the river here, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Ship.
okay, that's awkward. We're kind of going the same way,
Yeah.
walking. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and now you guys like have to walk together
Letting him
for.
carry the girl. He's carrying her
Yes.
too. Like,
Speaking of the little part of the river here, can you guys see the animated river effects?
Yes.
It was kind of freaking me out at first. I was
I
like,
thought it
man,
was
this thing's
just me, to be
jiggling.
honest. I thought it was just me. I wasn't gonna say anything.
You
Boy, these edibles are kicking in.
you thought it was what?
Oh, I thought it was just me. I wasn't gonna
Oh,
say anything.
yeah. Art
It
thou
wasn't all
feeling
moving
it
at the
now,
same.
Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, dude. These
It
fucking
wasn't all
mushrooms are
moving at
kicking
the
in.
same time either. It was like the top part was not working for the longest time. It was
Oh,
just the bottom part was moving.
oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I figured you upgraded though. It's nice.
Yeah.
Is
Just
this what? Is this a dynamic map that like builds like it's more refurbished?
no. It's just Fantasy Grounds has some cool effects that I'm just like starting to get better with and adding them to the maps to make
Okay.
everything a little more vivid. Help that suspension of
It's
disbelief
so
and
nice
all
that
that.
yeah, it's so nice. I wanted to just say
The
screw
immersion.
everything
Yes.
and just go get a big turtle to put in the river.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys make it to the fork in the road. One of you goes north, the other back to the river and
South.
the boat. Um, as I've already described, eventually Zane, you make it back to the boat and lay Ronnie or lay Elizabeth in the hammock, and Ronnie is, there with you, and uh, you guys let Captain Cutthroat know that the time has come to depart and uh, take you.
Ooh, can I give him my shopping list? Tuck it in his pocket before he's
You
gone. Here, just
By the way, while you're there,
yeah.
Can you
Here's
pick
more
up
gold.
eggs,
Get the
milk,
stuff on it.
bread?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Give him an extra 100 gold and just slip a little like scroll in his
I
pocket.
gave him a bunch of gold. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. If I need to pick up stuff in town, I'll be glad to do that for y'all while I'm there.
I'll give you platinum coins here. They're nice.
They got
Nice.
elephants on them.
Gotcha.
Wow, this is
Yeah,
the
I'll
most
give you
money
10
Zane's made in a
platinum.
long time. Just
he's like, I'm going to leave the party more often after this.
okay. So you go south and we go north. Do you guys? So wait. So did we ever figure out what happened to the castle? No, right? We don't
No,
really
you
know.
you haven't stopped and really talked to the people you had thrown around that you wanted to maybe do
Mhm.
that, but then this came up and then you said you wanted to get to the freedom fighter, so you didn't say you were stopping there. Of course, nothing's stopping you from stopping there either. So I'm certainly not sitting here trying to say that like that ship has sailed.
Mhm.
Right
No, no,
now,
no, no, no.
the
This
only
is
ship that is like really sailed is the one with Zane, and even that hasn't sailed quite just yet. So
Yeah. I think this works perfectly. So right now, since we walk back to the ship, it'd probably be around near evening time. We're walking back up to this to like the keep, and since it's getting late, how about we just go check out the hall that we heard about, the barn, and then we can maybe just ask people like, hey, what happened around here? Does that
yeah.
sound like a good idea to you guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Let's do that.
So as the sun begins to set, you guys find yourselves, you know, back on the keep and ready to make your way down to the communal farms. And so as you do so, um, you notice that there's kind of not a lot of people about. Like, there's maybe half a dozen people in total that you can see, as you approach this large open barn area.
Let's call out to them. Let's kind of like wave our hands and say, "Hello there."
Ho, traveler!
Hello, my name is Arn Brynjolf, and these are my companions. And I kind of like motion over to them.
Yes, well, I am uh, Gildan Lenny, and this is my companion Rosenkarl.
One second, let me write those names down. Gildan, Lenny, and Rosen Carl.
Yes.
Okay, these are funny names. And his Rosen Carl is that a dude or a girl?
I'm a dude.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss. We need some help.
Man!
so
Sorry,
so
I'm
we
drunk.
say this may sound weird, but I was knighted by Lord Langenberg, and I like pull Lord Longpike, excuse me, and I kind of like pull the signet ring out of my bag, and I show him like my papers, basically like my lordship papers, and I say, I believe I am moving into the keep that is north of the river.
Oh,
I
you hear that, Carl? This guy thinks he's the new lord in town.
please, I don't mean to come off as I don't mean to intrude on your guys's going abouts.
Yeah, Goldilocks, that's right, you don't.
And Reg says, "Who's the old lord in town?"
Oh, we don't have a lord.
Well, you got one now.
Oh, that's why I got Riggs on my team. Thank God. He can be my enforcer.
Why don't you go ahead and decide if you want that to be an intimidate or a persuasion check and roll that.
Okay.
Okay, but be nice because these guys, you're still gonna be next to me. I don't want them to hate us.
Yeah, we just want to buy these nice guys a drink.
Yeah, well, let's
I'll
just
do
act normal.
persuasion.
Be like, no, we're not kings. We're just here to tell you that we are, I guess, the new government.
So, Riggs, you really are like kind of a man of the people, like you know how to talk to, the blue collar working peasant, and despite the fact that you're a capable, warrior and all of that, like you're also, just a salt of the earth working stiff yourself for the most part, and so you kind of like get where these guys are coming from, especially since Arn, Lord Brynwolf here, Lord Knight Brynwolf,
Please, Lord Knight Brynwolf is my father. Just call me Lord Sir King Brynwolf.
yeah, super kami guru allows this. So, you know, he's a foreigner. It's very jarring to see somebody with the blonde hair of a Frageschelmirian coming down, this far south, where everybody's got, very dark hair and Mediterranean complexions.
hmm How do they respond to Riggs?
Well, they like Riggs, and so when Riggs talks to them, they're like, yeah, well, I mean, he looks like a foreigner, and Riggs is just like, yeah, but he does have the legit paperwork and all that, so you know.
And Riggs leans into him and kind of whispers and goes, "He's still learning, but he's a good guy."
Well, that's the nicest thing Riggs has ever said to me. I write that one down so
Yeah,
I can read it later.
yeah.
What do you do for a living, Carl? What is your job here?
Well, Gildan, Lenny, and I, we're kind of like the maintenance crew for cleaning up everything around here at the, makeshift town hall, and just making sure that everybody's horses in the barn back there have been taken care of, and all the horse ploppings are cleaned up before the next time everybody comes through, and just all of that kind of stuff.
So you guys are handymen.
Yes.
Actually, um, do you guys perhaps need work?
Well, if anything, we could use a hand. We got an extra shovel if you want to come help us clean up some of the horse crap, or then we got to lay out fresh hay and clean off all
Hmm.
these tables. We got to
So what you're
boil a
saying is
pot
your
of
hands are
water.
tied. You
Yeah,
have a lot of things you gotta do.
yeah.
Do you know anybody who is looking for work?
Well, we are kind of like a survivalist commune of farmers. So, yeah, everybody pretty much works all the time.
I see, I see.
Who owns the horses?
Oh,
Just everyone, different townspeople.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Horse Carl.
Yeah. No, we 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 all own like whatever we own individually and all that. Uh so like nobody like owns the horses, like as far as like one person owns horses or anything like that. Like that's you know one person's horse, and that's another person's horse, and they own the horses, and then they own like a couple cows or sheep or chickens or whatever, as well as a few acres of apparently your land, and they just grow what they can, and we all kind of contribute.
I kind of like flinch at my land. I say, this land is the land of the people. I will not take all that you own. I respect that you people have lived here. That your people have lived here for about a wait. How many? It's 10 years, a decade,
Yeah.
right? You guys have lived here for about a decade, from what I know, by yourselves. You guys are very capable individuals. I am merely here to serve any needs that cannot be solved with a hammer and nail. I will be the voice for the people here that have not spoken in a very long time. I can get you things, people, anything that is necessary for the people of this land.
I have a pocket full of drugs that we seized. Do you want to give them to these
No,
guys?
don't give them drugs. We're not the CIA. We're not doing experiments on them.
Rig says, "So you work a lot and you can farm, but can you build things?"
Well, I mean, around here we got people who can build some stuff. What do you need built?
I kind of turn to the group and shrug my shoulders and say, "Should we?"
So out of character, uh, what is so I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for to can like just these group of people help us build the keep, or I mean I know it would take
Yeah,
longer if there's just
that's
a few people, or do we need to hire like a team DM? I'm not really sure what we need to do.
Well, I mean, I think
Hire the
that's
pros from Langenberg.
yeah. Well, if you want the pros, you go
Screw the
to
locals. You got to get the pros.
if you
No, we
if you
have
want
to manufacture locally.
if you want the pros, you have to go to the dwarves. But to answer your question, I do believe that's kind of what you're investigating to find out right now.
Yep.
So that's what you're about to find out if you like pursue that.
Okay. So I mean, Riggs, you'll be head of construction. You make the decision.
I turn to them and say, "How would you like to rebuild some of the structures on this land?"
Like you're talking about the keep, obviously, because that's like the only structure that needs to be rebuilt, since like all of the cabins and little houses and everything
Hmm.
are stuff that we've built and maintained. So if you're talking about the keep, like we're not stonemasons.
Oh, that's true. These guys are just carpenters. They're not really stonemen. That's true. That is a bit different, actually.
Do you know any stonemasons?
Oh, bunch of pretentious bastards think that they're better than everybody else because they can do things that even like modern civilization hasn't been able to figure out how they've all done it yet. Like, pff, big deal. Stonemasons aren't all that. And plus, I hear they have secret societies with like secret
Oh yeah,
handshakes. What's up with that? You
I
know,
know, pretty weird, right? Hey, but I mean, hey, you
Unions.
got to give it to them. Some of those buildings look pretty sweet, and I kind of like look at them.
yeah, those are pretty sweet buildings, but still, they should have to drag the Stone of Triumph around. Uh,
Do you know any stonemasons and that live here, perhaps?
yeah, there's none that live like here, but apparently Perry Mason is the son of a stonemason.
Okay. May you point us in his direction.
Yeah, he's not here tonight because he's a responsible person. But
I see.
if you take the wooded trail, um, to the southeastern quadrant of your hectare, uh, he's not hard to miss,
Does he live in a big stone house?
or he is hard to miss, or whatever.
All right. Uh, how about we buy you guys some drinks?
Okay.
Yeah, to get you, just start your guys' night off right.
Yeah.
And then
Let's.
I toss them some gold, and I say, buy some for your friends too.
Where are you drinking? This barn here?
Yeah.
We were
What is the
going
name
there
of this
anyways, right?
place? Yeah, but I mean, we were going there to look for a stonemason, and now we know where one is. I mean, unless you guys still want to go in, we can still go in.
No, you gave them some gold. It's fine.
I mean, if you guys want to go in, we can go in. I don't mind. I was just trying to
I
speak to
just
you.
picture some dude sitting there that we miss who thinks he runs this town. We don't know where, like, who's actually
Hmm. Well, I don't know if
in
there's a dude
there.
in there that
Like, is
thinks
it a
he's running.
bar?
Dude,
Yeah, it's just like a hall, right, where they meet. It's not
Well,
Yeah.
really.
there's
Yeah.
somebody who's been in charge somewhat. Well, there's been no lord. There must be
Well,
like a
let's ask
conglomeration
this
of
guy.
farmers or a union.
Does anybody take ownership of the people here, or not ownership, but does anybody claim to be mayor here or anything?
What? No,
Yeah,
we don't. Everybody just respects each other's space, and we don't need lawyers and mayors and kings and lords.
I respect that.
But still, who's the strongest guy around? There's got to be
I think us
somebody.
now, dude. Right? We're the strongest guys now.
they don't know that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're how they just all got along and that everything worked.
Yeah, man, perfect. That's what
That
we
sounds
want.
illogical.
Yeah, but let's just go with it because it's perfect for us. Everybody's happy. Let's just leave it that way.
All right,
Right?
you guys
Right?
enjoy your drinks.
We will. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, dude, if anybody steps up to us, of course we're squashing them, dude. Like, come on, of course. Like, we're the new hot shit in town, dude.
Do we have to?
I think.
Oh, do we have
Go
to
ahead.
be back in town next week, or is that another week out?
That's another week out.
Okay, okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, we don't have all the time in the world, but we're not like too crunched. I I mean, I don't really know exactly how many days we have, but we have time to take a breath. We don't need to huff it the whole way there.
Right.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and. I mean, I don't want to make decisions for all of us. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, we'll go find the stonemason. It's not that far.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because I before we leave here, I do want to get somebody started on like cleaning up and like building it. That way, when we get back, something's
I think
done.
you should get the stonemason to use the bridge to rebuild the keep, so we don't have to find a whole shit ton of stones, and then we can rebuild the bridge and do like a proper
We
bridge.
should just let him do whatever he knows how to do. We're not the professionals, you know what I mean? I'm sure he knows what to do. We'll be like, you can do whatever you want. Just make that place new again, and we'll pay you handsomely. Yeah, so let's go and let's go to what was his name? Carl Mason?
Perry.
Perry Mason. Let's go to Perry Mason's home.
All right. As you approach, the Gildan Lenny was right. You can't really miss it because unlike all the rest of the buildings that are surrounded with trees and all of that, this one has been meticulously laid out, and although it is not all stone, like this is a much finer grade of construction. This person had money and paid somebody to come and build his house.
Hopefully he has a team of people that can help him. Okay, let's knock on it. Or is anybody outside, or do we have to knock on his door?
Well, it's like evening now, so yeah, nobody's outside.
Okay, let's go and give a knock. Well, first, I need my trumpets, and I need my red carpet, and I need my people to announce me. I'm kidding. Let's knock on the door.
Riggs rolls his
Just
eyes.
look around.
Where are my
Yeah, but
trumpets?
Gotta hire some.
Yeah. And
Knock, knock, knock.
as you knock on the door, a older but not like old man answers and asks what you want.
Perry Mason.
Oh, he's not a
correct?
dwarf.
No, he's an old man though. I don't think dwarves live down here. Perry Mason.
I don't know. I was expecting a dwarf. I'm disappointed.
My name is Arn Brynjolf. And these are my companions. I am the new standing lord of this hectare. We are trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Invest money into the people of this town in order to rebuild this once glorious keep. We believe you are a talented mason. Is that correct?
I had apprenticed.
Well, that's good. Do you have uh, a team with you, or do you know of a team that may be looking for work? Or maybe people that built your beautiful house. I don't know if you built it, but this place is magnificent, by the way. It's very
Yes,
fine work.
well, it cost me quite a bit, and I had to pull in all kinds of favors.
Well, we do have government funding, and I give him a wink. We are looking to rebuild the previous wonderful keep of this area. By the way, what happened to the keep? Why is it in disarray?
Because nobody paid to have it fixed.
I see. Well, it looks like that guy's here. Well, what happened to the old king? Did the old lord that lived here, did they pass away and nobody filled the position, or what happened?
Basically, when the Lord ran afoul of King Longpike, he was recalled to court and never returned.
Oh, I see. Um, so we are trying to fund the people of the area in order to rebuild this town, or not rebuild, but expand. Uh, you are being given first grab at the position of stonemason for our guild, do you? Wait, I'm kind of confused. Is this guy a mason or is he just he apprenticed, which means he's not a master? Question mark.
He's not a master mason himself. No.
Oh, okay, okay, that's what that means.
Well, I mean, it
Hmm.
can be a dream project. There is a lot of
How about we just get this
gold
guy to
available.
do? How about we just pay this guy to work and we don't get him
Well,
to do? What do you think? Go ahead.
I mean,
As long as he doesn't do a montage when he puts his team together, I'm fine with that.
yeah, I mean, it sounds like he didn't build this himself. So let's ask him where we can find those people.
We'll fund the team. You do the work.
Yes, we are government funded. Are you up for the job? You are being given first grab at it. We can go to another.
I would like, payment up front.
Of course. DM, so fairly, what is a price to pay this man to get for like materials and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm figuring it's gonna be about 7.5, 10,000 gold
Whew.
pieces, total to like. But that's not what you need to spend right away. That's like in order.
Altogether, probably. Yeah.
Right. That's like in order to fix your stronghold here, you're gonna need to spend up to $10,000 gold pieces. And so that's going to take a bit over time and all of that. So all he wants for his fee is 250 gold pieces um, per uh, like week or whatever, to where he's earning like 10 times a skilled laborer's wages, because like stonemasons are in
Hmm.
that much demand.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer him. So currently, you're being offered the position to rebuild the bridge going into the keep. We want to see how you perform, and if you meet our expectations, you will continue to work for us. Does that sound fair?
Well, how much am I getting?
For this project, I'll be giving you 100 gold up front in order to start. You'll be given 150 on completion.
Uh, uh, what were those numbers again? I'm sorry, chemo brain moment.
100 to start and that's including materials.
We have a ship that goes back and forth from Langenberg in case you need to bring up supplies up the river.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go that deep. I think he'll figure it out. We give him
I just
some
don't want
at the
them cutting
offset.
down all the trees around here for wood, and then we're like, no, we could have just brought some in.
So yeah, I tell him that 100 up front, 150 when the job is complete, and if you perform to our expectations, you will be given more work.
I want the 150 up front.
Can I maybe roll a persuasion check to see if he
Yeah.
takes the 100?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, let's see if he takes the 100.
See, let's just go get
Does
a
that seem fair
dwarf.
price wise, DM? I'm not sure if I'm overspending, underspending. Does that?
It's probably a little overpriced, but like,
But
it's
hey, we
Hey,
want it done tomorrow, so yeah.
that money's he's hiring his own laborers out of his cut. That's giving
Yeah,
him
yeah.
the job.
yeah, you're paying a contractor here. Like,
Right.
that's,
Yeah. 100's a lot of money, guys. 100 gold is a lot of gold.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
So yeah, so let's give him. Yeah, I just wasn't too sure if that was enough to get started, but 100 is a lot because people only get paid like 10 copper per week. So
well, he would technically earn about 15 gold pieces a week if he was a quote unquote skilled laborer. But because he's a beyond
ah,
skilled laborer, he can earn many times that.
I guess I agree to the 150 up front. That way he can hire
Oh no,
Maybe
now
some.
now I want all of it up front.
All right, dude. We'll just go
Yeah,
to
he
the
just
next
brought
guy.
out the whole pocket of gold in front of him. That
No. You take the 150, or we go look for somebody else.
Go ahead.
All right,
see,
dude.
told you we should have got dwarf.
Well, fuck. I'm just gonna give him the 250 gold. Here, dude. Make it
Yeah.
happen.
Oh, I was ready to walk away. We could have just
Yeah.
bluffed him.
Nah, you did good. I'll have your bridge like, something.
And I shake his hand and I squeeze it really tight and I say, "Don't fuck this up, Perry." And I look into his eyes.
Oh, damn. Get a point of inspiration for that because
Mhm.
he was thinking about cutting some corners, but you just put the fear of the gods back into him, and he's decided that he's going to treat this as a trial run, but like a trial run where like Mike Tyson just hired you to like walk his tiger, and
Yeah.
you really don't want to mess this up.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to upset your new lord, would you?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we shake his hand and I say, "I bid you farewell. We are going to continue on our journey."
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
All right, that worked.
I'm gonna make sure he puts a metal railing on there, though.
He's fine, dude. He got it. All right. I'm sure he can handle himself.
Yeah, but I want to be able to forge some stuff to add on to it.
Okay. Hey, dude.
Just put a metal fucking rail. That should be fine.
A metal rail. Yes.
Oh, there you go. He listens to you too, Logan. That works.
Oh no, I was listening to Arn because I figured you were backing him up. If Logan's just telling me what to do, he can pound sand.
I suggest you listen to Logan.
Oh,
I'm more generous than he is with gold too.
well, I'll take some.
Don't give him any more. Let's walk. Goodbye. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
All right, yeah, that's it.
We can't be giving him more. Dude. Come on.
We're gonna have to hire
Yeah,
someone else to keep an eye on him, though.
Do you want that bridge to be good or not?
Yeah, I just don't want to spend. We said we weren't playing The Sims. Let's continue.
All right, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just enjoying trying to weasel some more money out of you.
No, me too. It's fun, but I don't want to spend too much time on this.
No,
Let's
yeah,
continue.
I wasn't even thinking about how this was still tied into the keep. I was just doing the NPC thing where I try to get as much.
You were just
gold.
having fun. Yeah.
Get as much gold as I can. Give it all to me.
You know what? I'm not mad. I rolled a 1, so fuck it.
Yeah.
I just assume he's like the best stonemason around, and I give him the money.
Well,
Yeah, dude. Here you go.
and you just you weren't able to convince him, and
No, that was a 1. That was all bad. That was.
Yeah. So anyway, eventually you guys make your way to the north, and you want to go see the king in the north. And
Is that what he calls himself? Oh no.
no, he calls himself Big John.
Okay.
And as you guys eventually make your way all the way to the foothills and byways of this podunk area, you finally come across the rebel stronghold of Elysia. Okay, so not really, because that's a real thing,
Mm.
but it's not that.
Mhm.
So
So is this the same area where we left them the last time, where we helped him hide? Like, is this the same
Yeah.
general area?
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
it's been like
Upgraded. Yeah, this is actually a place now. It's not just some
And
tents.
it was across the border, right?
yeah. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, they're pretty well hidden in the forest. They're pretty deep in here.
Yeah, well, they're not as hidden anymore now that
Have cut down a lot.
yeah, they decided that they were going to build up here, but also this map is not like exact.
Mhm.
I know it looks like there's like 9 tents and like one building and all of that, but like this is like a whole camp that is just being more or less represented by you know the images you see.
Yeah, I get it. It's
So
much. What you're saying is it's larger than this image.
Yes, by a
Okay.
lot, by a lot.
so question. So my character's background is mercenary life, and it says you would know. Would he know anything about like this group or anything?
Oh, what if he knows Big John?
Yeah, because it says you can identify mercenary companies by their emblems, and you
Mhm.
know a little about any such company, including their names and reputations and
So
its
these
commanders.
I
guys,
swear John served with Maxius, didn't he?
he did. I think he was a part of the army at one
Hmm.
point. But real quick, these guys aren't mercenaries. They are refugees. They're rebels. They tried to oppose Maxius in the beginning of his reign, and they had to run away.
Okay.
So they aren't mercenaries. They're like townspeople that are refugees. But you might know somebody. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm not the DM.
you
Yeah.
do in
Yeah, like you were
fact.
saying with John, right?
Yeah, you do in fact know roughly, you know, 20-25% of the people that you can see here as former military in Maxius's armies.
Yeah. These were a lot of people that weren't about his tyrant stuff either. So these are the free people of Wateran is how I like to refer to them as.
Yeah, and these are not the Carpathians that Maxius brought with him. These are the uh, Bohemians who were still in the army who like did not end up ultimately liking Maxius's style and either defected or served their
Mhm.
terms and left.
Yeah, they used to serve the old king, and then this guy came around, and they were like, "Fuck this guy! This guy sucks."
Yeah. So would Riggs
Mhm.
know that they kind of defected, or would he just recognize them as part of their army?
Well, you
I don't
do,
know if it's news. Is that big news around here? Like that there are people that oppose Maxius.
yeah, no,
I'm not sure how word gets around. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, that's not news per se, but Riggs would know for a fact the story of Big John
Oh, dude, you know Big John? He's kind of
because
slow, but he's pretty big.
Big John used to be one of the top lieutenant commanders in the ranks of one of the elite divisions for Wateran and Benhemia before Maxius showed up. When you guys served the old king, uh, you were you know very young, younger than you are now, and Big John was almost like not a mentor to you because that would be taking it too far, and also unless you agree with that with your character, I wouldn't force that on you. But definitely like a person who helped kind of show you the ropes a little bit, just somebody that you knew and would have respected a little bit, maybe, you
What about
know.
you, Riggs? Up to you. What do you think this guy is to you?
Riggs would respect anybody who was military and fought in the army. I think that he was in. So
Yeah, and so you kind of have a little bit of a father figure in this guy, but either way, he had a disagreement with Maxius that went like this. And because you were part of Maxius's, guard, you were there for this. So you watched this unfold. Big John was ordered to take his unit and once uh, across the way, don disguises to make them look like somebody else's army and then go and raid their own villages for food. And Big John like said he was going to do that and then took his army and left.
Okay. So are we? Okay. So are we walking in now, or
Oh yeah.
So we're at the front gate. Is there anybody manning the watchtower?
Yeah, there are people in both watchtowers.
Do they stop us when we arrive?
Yeah. They tell you to stay where you are, stranger.
And I yell out, "My name is Arn Brynjolf. Call for Big John. We helped him, in fact, get to this area. We are friends."
tell Big John Riggs is out here, and I want to talk to him now.
And I look over to Riggs and I go, "Oh, you know Big John?
Perhaps a little.
All right."
Yeah, so go ahead and roll either persuasion or intimidate in order to try and talk the guards into opening the gate, or at the very least going and getting uh, Big
Wait,
John.
Riggs, what are you doing? Persuasion? I'll do the other one. Man, I'm not rolling good tonight.
All right, so still 14 is pretty good. But Riggs, you manage to convince them to go and grab Big John, and that's what they do. And he opens the peephole and sees Electo's bald, shiny head, and says, "Electo, my friend, come in." As he throws open the gate.
Perfect. I'll walk in
And I
and kind of go,
walk.
haha.
Yeah, I know. Out of all of us, he remembered Electo. That's good though. Electo's memorable. Who can forget that?
I did a lot for them when we were here last.
Yeah, you did do some good magic for them. So
And magic is impressive.
Your character looks like Ming from Flash Gordon, by the way.
I have to look that up.
Electro stood there and got charged down by like a knight with a sword and stood there and fought. While the
Remember,
people
Electo got
ran.
his hand chopped off, and we had to reattach it.
Yeah, it was defending these.
Yeah, it was. It was defending these guys. I remember. That's true.
Yeah, I am not like other wizards that they may have met, although I'm sure they haven't met any, so maybe they'll be disappointed in other wizards when they don't run into the middle of battle.
Yeah. So let's. So yeah, I mean, Big John is here, and he lets all of us in, or just Electo? Does he see all of us?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, he lets all of you in.
Big John, long time no see. Of course, do you remember us?
Yeah, I remember, how much trouble some of you were, and he kind of casts a look at Logan.
Yes, he does have that impact on people. Let's take a seat. We are very tired from travel. May we sit by a fire?
Yeah, come back here to my little area, and he brings you back to this room here, where not only is there like a proper uh, kitchen and area, but then he's got a little throne set up,
Oh no.
little council chamber set up here.
Oh, this place has really grown since we've last been here. It's been almost. How long has it been since the beginning of all that stuff? Probably at least half a year, honestly.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah,
I was just about to say 6 months. So yeah.
yeah. You guys have really done a lot of work to this place.
Yeah, and he claps his hands, and some people like bring out some food and drinks and set it at the table, and he says, "Sit, sit."
We sit. Um, I believe you and Riggs have met before, correct?
You remember me, Big John?
I remember uh you very well, Riggs. It's been too long. As he grabs you deeply, and Big John is a big man, almost as big as Arn. Not quite, but still, he's up there.
For a human, yeah. For just, I mean, for a southerner, I
I
guess.
think he's bigger than Arn just because he has more body mass.
He probably has more
He's not
weight.
physically
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's just one of those, just really just
Burly, big
yeah,
burly guys. Yeah.
big, and so he just, grabs you and crushes you.
And Riggs, when he does that, Riggs kind of gives him a crazy look and kisses him on the lips, sarcastically, of course.
What does he do?
Just like with a crazy look on his face, he's like, he kisses him on the lips, and he's like, "How are you, you bastard?"
You guys are very well acquainted. Oh, we can move? Sweet. All right, let's go back in here into this building.
Yeah, you guys are free to move.
Electa, you want to move up here with us?
He doesn't want to leave Susie behind.
Oh yeah, by the way, Susie's cool. She's a dragon, goat, lion, but she's pretty cool. She's
You
fine.
can leave her out here with me if you want. You don't have to take her.
Dragon, goat, lion.
That's what she is, right?
Hey, what is
Basically.
that thing doing in here? Get that thing out of here.
She's house trained. She's house trained.
I have good animal handling. I'll be fine.
Why don't you go ahead and roll animal handling to see if that's true?
I feel like that decision's up to Susie. I don't think we can control her that much.
Well, Logan's trying to, so.
And I've been
okay.
nice as much as possible.
Yeah, you
give me a
have.
second here. I'm going to use my inspiration. So here we go.
Yeah, Susie's growing on me. I thought she would be a more of a hassle, but she's actually been pretty helpful.
Didn't roll, did it?
No. You rolled deception
Fell
there.
off. Is that it? Did I do it right there?
Yes.
21. There you go, dude.
Nice.
All
Oh,
right.
Yeah, she can. Yeah.
So, yeah, Susie just totally hangs out with you. You give her a little sip from your flask, and she loves it.
Which head?
Yeah, I have some dried rations too. I feed all of them.
Do they have the same stomach?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. So
They might have multiple stomachs like cows where they shift the food from one to the other.
So real quick, out of character, Riggs, do you want to handle telling Big John our position, like of how we need him for Maxius, or would you rather me handle it because I kind of know a little bit more? But I'm just thinking that you know him, so
I'll kind of introduce you, and then let you take it. How about that?
Mm-hmm. So he does know me. He knows that we are also opposing Maxius. I'm gonna give you a little bit like of what he knows about us. We helped him get to this safe area. Like we helped him evade so originally we were given a job to go and hunt some like rebels, but we ended up finding out that they were just like freedom fighters, that they were like deposing, like they were, they didn't want to live in the town because they were told to do atrocities to the people. So we helped them escape from the town proper, and we ended up tricking the guard, or I guess the soldiers that were with us, that they got away, but we actually helped them sneak out. Like we helped them get away. So he does already have, I don't want to say we have favor with him, but he knows of us. So yeah, it works out. This is gonna be fun.
Okay. So I kind of look at Big John and I go, "We got some business to discuss. Maybe we should do so over share a pint of ale, because this is going to get pretty intense. What do you say?" Kind of sit down at the table, say, "Where's the ale at?"
And with that, like, someone comes around to put a mug in your hand in no time.
And I kind of look to him and go, "We got a very dangerous mission ahead of us, and we'd like to tell you about it, because I think we have some mutual interest in the outcome of it." And I kind of gesture to Arn to kind of talk about it.
I'm like sipping from the mug, and I like put it down. I go, oh, and I like wipe my lips. So Big John, as you know, we also do not agree with the behavior of Lord Maxius, of King Maxius, as he refers to himself now. By the way, he calls himself King Maxius. He has made advancements on the settlements around Waterrand. He has convinced I forgot the names of the other towns in the Border Kings, but I name them off and I say he's convinced them to join his side, and they're going to attempt to eradicate the last free settlements in the kingdom, Blankenberg. Um, this may be strange, but I was actually knighted by King Longpike himself and made lord of a village not too far from the city. I see you guys have, a wonderful camp here, but in return for your help, I have a place for you to stay, a place where you can call home one day. Now, what I need you to do is it's a risky job. So I'm gonna like fill him in on the plan. We're gonna fast forward. Like I tell him like what like he needs to be in the sewers, like he needs to have the people with him. That they're gonna be like a crucial part to actually defeating Maxius because we need them to get like we need them to get the upper hand on him because they are like they wouldn't even expect them to be alive still. You know what I mean? Like these are just random people he doesn't know exist. And I tell him that his reward will be living in a actual town, having his freedom, or he can go back to Waterland and go back to his people. So yeah, I kind of just tell him all of that.
I turn to Big John and I go, the real reward will be finally taking this bastard down.
And I drink to that. So what do you say, Big John? Are you and your free people all up for the mission? You don't have to agree, of course. I understand if you would rather keep the safety of the people here. It's up to you, but I do know that you once before would have tried all you can do to kill this bastard. Now is your chance. Hey Gray, what are you doing on the boat right now? Probably drinking.
Yeah, just drinking with the crew. Keep an eye on Elizabeth, just making sure if I can pop a
Well,
heel or something like that.
when you do arrive in Langenberg, you are aware of the fact that even for a smaller city compared to like say Waterran, that there are like legitimate professional doctors that operate, not there's not like a medical like sector or quadrant or whatever, but you would know like where to go to like start looking.
Right. So like when we get back down there, because I don't know the time frame for compared to what they're doing, but when I get back to the boat, I would reach out to the to Cutthroat and the dock master and ask a few people like who is the best physician in town or where I can get the best health care, and then go there immediately.
Yeah. So you eventually find someone and ask them, and they point you in the right direction, but the doctor wants 1 gold piece a day for 30 days paid up front, plus an extra 2 silver pieces a day to cover her expenses.
I'll pay it.
So he wants 66 gold pieces.
I'll look at him. I was like, I know you're ripping me off, but I'll give him the gold. And as soon as I put it in his hand, I'll grab it real quick and pull him close and I'll say, if this girl dies, you're not going to like the results.
I assure you, I am a medical professional, and all of my leeches are the freshest, and I would never perform a frontal lobotomy without first having tried, uh, I don't know, some other crazy medieval medicine stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna say to him, we're not going to do lobotomies. Leeches are probably out. We're going to need to do actually good medical stuff here.
Well, I'll work with what I got, but
Do you know what can you look at it, look at her and know what this is? Have you seen this before?
uh, I'm not quite sure what has caused her severe weakness of the muscles and all of that, but it appears as though she has almost completely atrophied.
We had a paladin who healed um a disease on her. So, you can ask Ronnie over here. And I'll
Ronnie, informs him, of course, and he's like, aha.
yeah.
If this is true, it sounds like there may be a deadly disease spreading from the north.
Okay. Well, then you may need to get ready and alert who you need to about it because I found these two young women up north and brought them here to help. And then I also tell him, this gold also entitles Ronnie to stay here, and you will feed them, and you will care for them, and you will give them a place to sleep.
Oh, well then I'm gonna need an
No,
extra
no,
6 gold pieces for her upkeep, like
a-
food and all that as well.
absolutely not. You already ripped me off one time. You will not do it again. And
I'm not.
I'll
I'm not
slowly,
ripping you
I'll
off.
slowly put my hand on my sword, sir.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll intimidate.
I'm using an inspiration. That sucked.
Yep.
Dang it. All right. That's better.
Yep. And so, uh, as your hand wraps around the hilt of your sword, you glower at him, and the room seems to darken as you let him know that he will make sure that both of these women are alive and well when you return, or he'll wish that he would have died instead of them.
Damn right.
And with that, he agrees, and you know you're able to go ahead and
I guess go
call it.
shopping.
Yeah, and so you go, and do the rest of the thing with the town.
Yes.
So jumping back over to the rebel base, uh, you guys, I'm sorry, I had to go throw up there for a second. Where did we leave with you guys?
I didn't even know
So
the
we were
story,
talking to
but
Big John, and then I filled him in on the plan, and I told him that I would reward him handsomely. Of course, he can either choose to go back to Waterran or to live in my new hectare, and I would be giving them homes and a place for everyone here to stay, um, to pay him back. But we do need him and his men to put up a fight to stop Maxius. I filled him in on the plan basically, and
Right,
what and how to
right,
lead him.
right,
Yeah.
right. And sorry, just you know, I heard most everything, even though I was like a little sick. But then,
Yeah, dude, don't like it's all good, man. Don't apologize. Like we're
no,
your
no,
friends. It's all good.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't gloss over anything important. So here is where as a group, you have to try to convince them, and this is kind of like more of a skill challenge. Okay.
I am asking him for a lot. I'm asking him to risk his people.
Yeah, yeah. And so the way this is going to work is that all of you need to work together. Um, you need 5 successes before 3 failures.
Got it.
And you can use pretty much any of the skills that you have that you can justify how you're using that skill in order to try and convince him. Obviously, persuasion and intimidation are, your major ones, but there's nothing wrong with using deception or insight in
Nature. Yeah.
yeah, there's all kinds of ways that you can use it. I am going to ask you to like kind of justify a little bit how you're using it if it's not like obvious. If you say
hmm
that you're going to use persuasion, like it's obvious what you're doing. You're trying to convince them that that's the right plan. But if you tell me that you want to use, as threw it out there, nature, I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay, in what way would you like to use nature to convince them? And you can be like, oh well, we can tell them how we've studied all of the terrain, and we believe that if he uses this or that he could gain an advantage. I don't know. I'm just tossing a possibility out there.
Okay, I have an idea.
Can we roll initiatives that way we go in like a round robin order? Like we all take a turn and then
Would you
Wow.
like to do that?
I think it'd be easier that way we all take a turn instead of I think it'd be easier if we just go in order. That way we're I mean unless you guys just want to jump in.
I was just gonna go left to right off of the order that you guys are in up top.
You should go right to left.
I'm guessing Electo wants to go first.
I'll do that. Fine. We'll go.
Go for it, Electo.
We'll go.
It's
we'll
fine.
Go, we'll go alphabetical order instead, which is actually exactly right to left.
What about Logan? Is Logan going to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Electo.
Okay. So I've been quiet this whole time while you guys have been talking, but I'll say I know you guys have built a life here, but we all have our role to play in taking down this tyrant. And while there are a few of us now, I'm going to stand up kind of as I'm saying this. With greater numbers, we can accomplish great things. And I'm going to cast mirror image on myself. So then, as I'm saying, like with greater numbers, I become many versions of myself. Because they probably haven't seen magic in a while, and I feel like that was the thing they remembered before. So I would like to use Arcana, but I could see how maybe this is not an Arcana check.
Well, yeah, no, I'll let you use Arcana because you want to, use the magic and all of that. What I'll let you do is use your knowledge of Arcana in order to convince them that they will not be fighting alone, and that you.
Right. Yeah. Like we all have our role to play in the upcoming fight, and we all have to come together. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Don't roll a 1.
They didn't think it was that cool. That's really lame.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that would be a fail for most skills, but
Crying.
goalposts shift depending on what skill you're using and how you're using it. And I had already explained that, they knew your power, your ultimate power, and so they are impressed, and that is one pass.
Well, you're so nice to us. All right. Can I maybe just roll a persuasion check? Sorry, this is cheap, but I think I kind of already did a persuasion thing. Can we say
Yeah.
that my speech was my activity? Maybe we
Yeah.
can. Okay. That way we could just get that out of the way. No, that's I thought that was a 1. Yikes, man.
Yes, unfortunately, that
Yeah.
is one failure. So just to let you know, there are essentially 3 different difficulty classes. The first one is the easy one. That is anything above a 10 passes. That's reserved for like really creative uses of skills that would like give you a major, like advantage in this negotiation. Um, all of the like baseline skills, that is difficulty class 15.
Yeah, I get it.
That's your persuasions and all of that. And then like anything that would like jeopardize it possibly, or what, like just something really like really hard would be a
Mhm.
20. I haven't like really decided what one would be a 20, but like I'll know it when I hear it.
Yeah. Sorry guys. I did the first fail. Yeah, I mean it is a tall order, you know what I mean? Asking him to go hide in the sewers and spring up on them. But who knows? Maybe he's courageous and he's like, "Fuck." Like,
Well,
yeah, of course I'll do it.
it's a 1-in-1 count, so
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Who would be next then? Riggs and then Logan?
yeah. No.
Oh wait, Logan, then
Logan, yeah.
Riggs.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. He can go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's really not a big deal. I was just, instituting whatever would work for, li- like was said, keeping it from being just chaos as everybody just, tries to go at once. But I mean, whatever order you guys want to go in is fine.
Okay, so
You go ahead, yeah.
I'll do what I'm gonna do, and then I'll tell you what I want to roll after, and you tell me if I can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Riggs stands up and he goes, "You remember fighting the battles against Maxius's army and all the perverted things he did to the people?" And he pulls out his polearm and he starts swinging it around and twirling it all over, and he swings it under him and he jumps and he's moving around and he's like, "We need to take this bastard down and we need to do it with the right people. You should join us right now." And I want to roll athletics on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yo, a 20.
Nice.
Is that 2?
Just 27.
Yeah. So, that's a failure. No.
Damn it.
Oh, so close.
But yeah, no. When you asked, is that 2? Yes, it is.
Good shit, Riggs. You know what, Riggs? You knowing him back in the day saved our butts. That's good.
Yeah, and Riggs, you get a point of inspiration now, and the count is 3-1. So
Oh,
you
perfect.
so you just need 2 successes before 2 failures.
All right, Logan. No pressure.
Oh, I don't even like him. What am I supposed to do with him?
Maybe so you don't necessarily need to do something to him. Maybe you can do something maybe for the people outside, and then maybe that'll like show him that we care. Maybe you can do some survival or nature or help.
I have an
Maybe-
idea. I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna make an insight check to see if he's gonna crack and if he's gonna go with his friend, or if he's gonna be difficult.
That's
At the
a
very
weird way to
least, I can
convince
tell
him.
you guys which way he's leaning because I think that we
Yeah.
almost got him. I want to see if he's gonna flinch. I want to like just kind of scrutinize him for, I don't know, a few seconds. I got a 1.
Uh-oh. Did you?
No, don't do this to us.
Yeah, I got a
Wait, do you have inspiration? Can you use mine?
Can you
No.
use mine? Please, sir,
I
can I
said no
borrow a
pressure.
cup of inspiration?
Well, luckily it was insight, so I wasn't trying to persuade him. I'm completely ignorant
Yeah.
of anything that's going on right now.
No, so that is a very, very valid point because you actually weren't going to get a success either way. And so
That's fair.
this failure does not actually count as 2 failures, and then, therefore you lose.
I think
Instead,
I'm in danger and just draw my weapon.
yeah,
What's going on in here?
yeah, you just you react very poorly to like, everything going on around you, and now the next roll.
Back up to Electo, correct?
Me
Or
get-
Susie, does Susie get a
no.
try?
The next roll will be made at a -2.
That's fair, honestly.
Okay. Okay. So my other idea is I want to use history. And so out of character, I don't know all of the details, but I did go to like a war college and serve in many wars. So I'm going to tell him I know it can feel very isolating and you can feel like you're up against the strongest army in the world, but there have been many groups just like ours that have succeeded against tyrants in the past, and I'll be like, and Gregory the Brave in, blah, 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 did these things. And if they can do it, so can we. And I'll, I don't know, that's my nice spiel for history.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so at the bottom by the modifiers, you'll see the -2. Just go ahead and click that.
Seems like maybe I should cash in my inspiration point too. Yeah, let's.
You got
So
this.
-2, but advantage, and I have a +7 to history. So, I hope I don't choke. Let's see.
Man, you had it.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh.
So even if it was the hard one, you made it. You tell the story of Gregory the Brave and how he led a army of less than 1,000 men up against the forces of the rampaging beastmen and gnolls and what have you from the wilds, and there was over 10,000 gnolls and beastmen, and Gregory the Brave held them off while only losing 500 of his men and defeating and permanently crushing the beastmen of Brokbeard and sending them scattered. And so now you guys just need one more success before 2 more failures.
Okay. So now
Don't
it's my
blow
turn.
this. Don't blow this.
Okay, man, don't tell me that, all right? That gives me more pressure.
Whatever you do, don't roll a 7.
Stop. Okay. So after hearing all that, and I'm guessing so I mean numbers wise at least, Big John is kind of getting close to cracking.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm kind of like pacing around the room, and I'm assuming this has taken like maybe an hour. Just we're negotiating at this point. Kind of,
yeah. I mean, like I realize that we're doing a little bit of like, we say this and we do that, but like there's whole like other parts of this going on. You guys took a break to eat. Like there's been like a bunch of negotiating. Talk of pay and compensation. Just
Yeah.
all kind. There's so much planning going on with this that it'd be impossible. It'd probably take the whole session for us to just sit down and like figure out all the dialogue.
hmm So I'm kind of pacing around the room, and we're
People
kind of getting
slamming their
close to
hands
an
on
agreement,
desks.
and um, I look at him and I say, Big John, I know this is a big order, but there's something inside of me that I just know that this is the right decision. This is what needs to be done in order to defeat Maxius. And then like I start telling him about everything that he's done since he's been gone. He's killed a bunch of innocent people. He's continued to like eradicate the poor people, just stealing money and their farms and their food. And then I kind of like reach down deep into me and I say, um, dang it, I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe you can help me come to that conclusion. I'm trying to use religion and tell him that it's like there's just something inside of me that is telling me that this is the only, like I need him to succeed. Like, and without him, our plan doesn't work. I need you,
You
Big John.
you could talk about it being like a higher calling, right? That
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that it's not me. It's just like there's something in my gut that says without him, it doesn't work. I need.
We're
I'll
on a
just say
mission
amen
from
after every
Gad.
sentence.
Yeah, I want to say that.
We got half a tank of gas, a pack of cigarettes.
So I'm gonna roll religion. Does that work, or should I roll something else?
No, as I said, you guys are all welcome to use whatever skill in whatever creative way you wish.
Okay, I think that works. I'm gonna spend my inspiration point as well, and we're rolling.
Ooh, we're getting to the inspiration spent tonight.
It has to be done.
You guys are like, this is a role play session. This is when we spend them.
Did it roll off?
Yeah, we got combat. Oh, well, it's actually on the screen. It just hasn't
It
shown.
says
There
16.
There it is.
Hey. I couldn't.
So yeah, I tell
couldn't
him
read
that
the number, but yeah.
I tell him that a higher power is leading me to you, Big John.
Yeah. And so now I have to determine whether or not Big John is religious and therefore this was easy or medium, or anti-religious and therefore this was hard.
Okay, that's fair.
Is he a
I mean,
God
everybody's a
stealing
little
money?
religious, you know. Everybody's a little religious curious, you know.
He's got a little curiosity in him, maybe.
Everybody's
Probably.
religious when they're taking the SATs.
All right. So I had determined that it was roughly a 50-50 chance, but I am also a major fan of Hitchhiker's Guide. And so
Yes.
therefore he is extremely religious
Nice.
and forms an instant bond and connection with you and begins to plot out like how to go about doing this so that Maxius's godless heathen ass can be wiped from the face of this earth.
And I start to cheer, and I raise up the pint. I say, nothing can be done with, or this mission cannot be completed without you, Big John. And then I drink to it.
Electo keeps his atheist views to himself.
Riggs raises his mug and says, "Does your religion allow this?" And he kisses his arm.
What the heck, man?
Well, my religion is kind of like polytheism. So like there's a whole bunch of gods and like some of them are quite okay with all of that.
When Riggs kisses me, I kiss back harder.
And I go, whoa, whoa, guy, that's a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've had too many drinks. And then so we cheer, and we all have a laugh. We all eat
Yeah.
a turkey leg.
Yeah, and
And
Big John, he is just absolutely, thrilled.
he's excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has been holed up here for too long, and he's been in survival mode. But now with a real plan of action and some real companions and you know uh, capable warriors at his side. He believes that this might be a sign from the gods that indeed it is time for Maxius to finally pay for all that he's done. And so you guys have a little bit of time to like hang out because the the rebels are not going to be like mobilized like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's
ju-
celebrate. Yeah,
yeah,
we need a night to celebrate this bond that we've created.
yeah,
Did you just create a religious sect now of extremists?
I hope not.
yeah. Arn's kind of on a roll this week. He's become a lord knight and tyrant and religious cultist leader all at once.
See, this
It
is how
it
Death
almost
Knights
comes
are made,
naturally.
right? This is
What's
I'm
how
that?
sorry,
you make
Logan.
Death
What'd you say?
Knights. This is how you become one of them dark Death Knights. You
Oh,
build
don't
up
say
this
that.
huge war, and then you die.
You
Not
Oh,
like
I
also
see what
that.
you mean.
you
I
also
become an
are
angel of death.
you also are like the perfect prototype, like the shining golden knight who like gets corrupted.
Yeah, it would be a cool story, but we'll see how things go with Arn.
You're like, okay, that'd be cool, but no.
I
Yeah,
want to
don't worry.
retire. I want to have a family. I don't want to get killed by my own team members.
Yeah, well, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become an anti-paladin.
That's true, actually. Probably in this world, power corrupts. So
How many
Yeah,
leaders have you met that you've really liked?
none, really, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you guys don't even like the low-level like guys who get to be put in charge of docks.
They're just too. They're just all grimy. Nobody cares about anybody. It's all money.
Well, they care about themselves, so money helps.
Yeah, that's true. All right, man. That's great. So yeah, we celebrate, and then we're gonna pitch our tents. And
Yeah, actually, he invites you to stay here in his main office tavern, room here. I don't have a map for it, but those stairs right there lead up to an upper area where he's got his bedroom and everything all set up. But he's also got like a whole bunch of spare room on the floors and everything, and it's better than a tent.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Big John.
Riggs says, I still want to pitch a tent, and then he moves his eyebrows up and down.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna stay outside here, somewhere in the
Are
camp.
are you gonna sleep outside with Susie?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I
please
guess
don't
I gotta.
please don't bring that beast into my bedroom.
Yeah, it kind of burps fire, actually.
Looks like a nice spot over here. There's like a tree with some people's tents, just lurking their stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna. I think that pretty much ends the night, right? Ends this night in game.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna give you guys a little bit of a chance to do any role play like now that you are alone and well not necessarily alone. You can definitely still talk to whoever or whatever or, if that's what you intend. But more or less, I'm giving you an opportunity for all of you now to where like, okay, we did that, blah blah blah. So if anybody has anything, if it goes quiet and nobody has anything, then I'll wrap up a bit early. But feel free to take as much time. I'm not in a rush, so if you have any thing to discuss amongst yourselves, I'm getting all verklempt, so just talk amongst yourselves.
Mhm. I have something to say. So Arn, after like it's kind of late and the moon is out, and Arn is gonna like gather up Electo, Riggs, and Logan. And we're gonna be standing. I kind of want to go into like the forest a little bit, find like a little bit of a clearing, and have So what I'm gonna try to do is have a sincere moment. Give me a fair chance, guys. So Arn is gonna like walk you guys out to the forest, and we're just kind of hanging out. We're just looking at the stars, relaxing. It's really late, and
Well, I do want to tell you guys, I want you to know that the only reason I would have ended the little girl's life is because I thought she would be contagious to other people, and I didn't want to send her into the middle of town.
yeah, yeah. I think unfortunately, I think that she is not the last person that we will encounter that is sick. So Arn is kind of out in a clearing, and he's like, um, he just out
Oh,
of nowhere
God, you.
speaks up, and he's like, I, I want to thank you all. And then he says that to break the silence, and you guys look at him, and he says, ever since the day that I was taken away from my family and sent to the academy to be trained as a warrior, I never thought I would ever get the feeling of true companionship back. I I left Fragile when I was very young, and before I can before I could ever come back and truly greet my family, they all passed away, and I have been searching for, and he's like choking up, searching for more people to really call my true friends, to really call my family. And stop me if I'm being weird, guys, but come on, Richard. I
Sorry.
through these past days, I really do feel like we have become more than just an adventuring party. I think we are making good steps to change the world, and I never thought I would ever be able to be a part of that. I thought this world was dark and nobody can change it, but we are kindling this fire of freedom that we can spread throughout the kingdom. And he starts to kind of like shed a tear, and he goes, I I really appreciate you all. Thank you. I will try my best to prove myself to you all. And he kind of like bows his head.
Electo will pat him on the back.
Thanks, Baldy.
He says, anytime, and kind of turns to walk away.
Sorry if that was awkward, guys.
No, that was
No,
great.
no. That's just how Electo is with
Mhm.
displays of emotion.
And
Ar never
Logan's
really had
actually
friends,
becoming
and he
very
thinks you guys are his friends.
emotionless.
He thinks you guys are the closest thing he's had to family ever.
I think we're friends. Electo just doesn't know what a friend is. So.
Yeah.
And Logan's just looking like I don't know, like Spock does,
Are
Like
you
he's kind of
do you have a hard time
nodding
processing
coolly.
emotions?
Yeah, I'm just like stone faced, but yes.
Mhm. It says you too, brawler. I mean Riggs. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You too, Riggs. Even though I just met you, I don't think much of this day would be possible without you. I think you were sent by a higher power. I think this mission. I think you were crucial to this mission, and I'm glad you were here too.
Riggs looks up and he has this kind of intense look in his eye and looks very conflicted and just kind of looks around at the group and he goes, I think we're one step closer to destiny. and I don't think I'll be alive in a few days. But I'll do my best to help you.
As long as you're by my side, Riggs, I will defend you with my life and my shield.
Yeah, you're gonna get to kill Maxius.
Riggs
I hope all of
nods.
us do. I hope all of us get to kill Maxius.
Just like gang beat him into the ground.
Pretty much. I hope all of us get a turn stabbing him.
No, it's like the video game where the character never gets to kill the bad guy.
Yeah.
I know Maxius is gonna get away somehow. It's gonna be so annoying.
It's that video game where you have the fight and like it's really hard and you finally defeat the boss and then the cutscene happens and he like just smacks you to the ground and is like, "Oh, you could never defeat me."
Pretty much.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right.
Thank
don't
you,
worry,
thank
you'll
you for
get him.
giving me that time, guys. I really wanted to put that out there.
There is one thing I want to mention though. Since Lady Angelica is not here, I thought this was the time to bring it up. We can't let her build a church on your new land.
Why not?
When I touched the wand and saw a whole bunch of crazy stuff that lasted a long time, I saw her with the church and all her weird, creepy things with her. It's never been mentioned, and she seems like a very nice girl who just is lost in the world, but I've touched the wand and it scares me. So we have to make sure that we don't
I
let
th-
that come true. I don't know if it was a vision or what it was. I don't know, but there is some really weird stuff with that wand, and we have to be very careful.
I agree with you, Logan, wholeheartedly. I mean, I not wholeheartedly. I agree that Lady Angelica is a complex creature. She has many things going on with her and very long history. And in moments, I do feel sad for her fate. But she is the sister of Dragos, and I will never let her. I will never leave her stranded. Dragos is my brother, or is my friend,
I actually
and
believe you can
that
keep her on
extends
the
to
right
his
path
sister.
too. So I think if
Yeah,
anyone
but I
can,
agree
you
with you.
can.
We need to keep an eye on her, even though she's been trustful. She is a demon, and out of character, we still don't really trust demons. So we're like, she's kind of weird, but she's been only helpful to us so far. So let's not what discount her 100%. She is a part of our team.
Yeah, just no churches.
Okay, we'll try to
If
keep
it
her
ever
from building a
comes up,
church.
then we'll handle it then. But just in case,
We'll just put up a bunch of red tape and make it hard for her to build it with zoning issues and stuff.
I'm just picturing. You have to look up H.R. Geiger's bars that they have in like Germany. It's just totally what I picture Lady Angelica as.
Geiger's
All right, well,
awesome.
I think that's all I wanted to do for tonight. Anybody else need to say anything?
Yeah, I'm good, guys. It was a good session.
All right. Well, as the night falls and our lonely hearts call, we bid adieu once more to the campaign of Dragons of Starfall. What will happen as our heroes march inexorably towards Maxia? Ooh, excuse me. And the confrontation that is bound to happen. What will be the outcome? We will find out in the next few sessions. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Freedom, bitches!